It's a company that when a peace officer passes away, this company, I think it's Symbol Arts, makes a pin to represent that officer, and they made these pins in memory of my mom.
We were working for that. I was slowing down in the pool tables, and she seemed to be speeding up in the books, so she picked up the slack, and it was going to be our retirement. So.
But I know you also planned on traveling. They were going to go to Africa this summer, and I had taken my mom a number of years ago to London, and I know she talked many times about going back, taking you to London. So I know they wanted to travel. They have an old dog that they.
We're waiting to expire.
So they didn't get to do the traveling that they wanted to do, but she had just had her first great-grandchild in June, and she was looking forward to her second great-grandchild in March. And she loved her family, and she loved spending time with the girls. And we loved girls' trips. We did a lot of family things together. So those were her main plans, just being with her family. Well, there are a lot of things that I can think of. And that I definitely will, now that she's gone, try even harder than I did before. But we had recently had sewing days where all three of my girls and myself and my mom would set up the sewing machine at the table in the kitchen and spend time sewing. So it was really neat for me because she taught me to sew when I was really young. And so it was really neat for me to see all three of my girls sewing and enjoying it. Cooking, we had our making chocolate cherries. Our love of books. I think all of my girls love books like I do and like she did. She was just very thoughtful in everything that she did. She just put a lot of energy. Gift giving was kind of an art form for her. She would just put a lot of thought, and I've noticed myself over the last few years. You get so busy in life, you just find a gift, and I don't know. Don't take the time to wrap it pretty, and she would just always make everything really nice, and that's one thing that I will try harder to do, and to give my children, just be more thoughtful in everything that I do. One more thing about her, she was just instinctively kind. I don't know that I ever heard her say a mean thing about anybody. She was just a very kind person. Kind and loving, and she always made you feel like she had time for you. No matter what, she never made you feel like I gotta hurry, I gotta go. I can only stay for a minute. Or she had all the time in the world for her family. It made you feel very important.
You were.
She regarded her business as more of an enterprise. She started out with it being her hobby, and then it just grew and became, they had a billiard supply store and set up pool tables and sold pool tables, and it started out, like I said, a hobby. And pretty soon that kind of took over. It's what she loved to do, and so they gradually worked out of the pool business and just collected more and more and more books. And so it was the business.